About 3 years ago, I was in a really bad car wreck. I had whiplash, concussion, and just in a lot of pain. And really the only way that I was going to get better is if I went to a chiropractor. As I became more regular with those appointments, my spine got more aligned. That allowed me to have less pain in my neck, my hip, and my foot. I did try to stop going to the chiropractor, only to find my spine went back to its original alignment and experienced a lot of pain. So I just started going back again regularly, and I'm good to go. The same could be said of my car. I need to have my tires aligned because then I'm driving in a safe car. And I need to still bring my car to the mechanics to make sure my tires stay in alignment. Well, personality alignment is very similar. It's important to be in alignment of who you really are. Sometimes that can get confusing of getting past our patterns. And when we get stuck in those patterns, it can cause a lot of pain on others and ourselves. So I wanted you to hear about a good friend of mine who really is a great example of alignment and is able to do some powerful things in the world. I'd love to hear from some of you about someone that has influenced you so much that it is a big part of who you are today. Well, for me, it was John Chang. We grew up in the same hometown, Marshall, Texas, and went to the same college, Baylor University. And the one thing to know about John, at least to start off with, is he was a supercharged social subtype. He joined a fraternity in college and then joined a group through the fraternity to go country dancing once a week. And I got invited one time, and he taught me how to country dance. And to this day, he was the best dance partner I ever had. When he moved to California, he dreamed about a medical practice that combined urgent care and family care. And it's a business that is thriving today. OC even voted it Premier South Coast Medical Group. When he became a father, he joined the Adventure Guides, a group of fathers that would take their sons camping. At night, the fathers would sit by the campfire and just talk for hours, and John loved this. In California, besides the medical practice, he owned a kung fu studio, and he taught women how to defend themselves. Looking out for the needs of others is just what John did. Now, we talked about how he is an energetic entrepreneur, and that is very typical of type 7. And he had great access to his arrow of integration, the 5. The 5 is called the wise person, and he pursued a spiritual practice since his childhood. Then in college, he had that same dedication to inner truth when he signed one of his fraternity brothers' pledge book. It said, "Character is not made in crisis, but exhibited." He was just 20 years old. When he lived in California, this reflection time he would prioritize showed him, I am to be a light in California. Now, later down the line, about 20 years later, John experienced a lot of stress because his business was failing. COVID really hit it hard. So he started going to his arrow of frustration For him, that is the one who tends to get very critical of themselves. So this sunny, optimistic 7 had a dark night of the soul. However, a friend helped him return to 5 to seek again a renewed purpose to be a light in California. He could then be transformed back to 1 and became a principled community leader. On May 15th, 2022, these traits would be on display. That afternoon, John took his recently widowed mother to her church, a predominantly Taiwanese retired community. She wanted to see her retired pastor that was visiting the church. So they had a luncheon and had probably about 50 people there. And John sat in the back with his mom. A moment of terror happened next because a gunman showed up in the left front side of the room. And within 5 seconds of shooting, John assessed the situation. He ran past tables, took a sharp left, and tackled the gunman. He would be in a struggle with him to disarm him and end up losing his life. As the gunner reloaded, the pastor threw a chair at him, and 3 older members were able to hog tie him till the sheriff came. It was so miraculous because 100 people's lives were saved. That day, love overcame hate. So just being yourself makes you capable of some really powerful things. John is truly an example of when you live to your full self, your full potential, you have the ability to save lives. And this didn't happen overnight. To be fully functioning, he had many years of learning spiritual discipline and getting over his hurdles. So it's just like the maintenance of the car and maintenance of our bodies. We have to learn how to manage our personalities to live our fullest life, and who knows where that could take us. I'm Kate Garrison of Unlocked, and let me know how I can help you with your personal alignment.